Welcome back to episode number 78 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In our previous episodes, we've accomplished kind of a few different things here. We had a sort of experiment going on down here that didn't really work too well, so we're going to leave this alone for now and worry about that later on. We are putting a liquid lock over here at the natural gas geyser, and I don't think we really care about the water, like the regular water. It's mainly we want to keep the polluted water in this kind of liquid lock. That way we can slowly break apart these different tiles and then open it back up, and then boom, we have a vacuum temporarily, and all this water is going to probably either evaporate or we will mop it up. We have a aqua tuner set up over here that is cooling this area down, and at the same time it's also providing enough cold to turn all of our food here into deep freeze. Up here we created it kind of looks like a coil to me, so I'm gonna call it our coil. And in this, all of our oxygen that gets pulled out of the spam goes through these pipes and cools down from their 70-degree temperature down to 1 degree. Actually, it's 30 to 1, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of 8 radiant pipes made out of gold amalgam, it drops at 30 degrees. So that's not really consistent from what I'm seeing here, but that's still pretty good, all things considered. And at the same time, we have a giant mess of pipes here for the hydrogen going back and forth. I'm just going to turn it on the lowest setting so we can see it in action. And what we have going on is we are cooling all of the different things that are in regards to the spam. Look at the temperature. It is getting pretty chilly as it moves around and around and around. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We have the temperature set to -5 degrees on the thermo sensor. We could go lower since we are using ethanol and it has a lower temperature for freezing, but I don't think it's necessary right now because we don't want this to get super cold in the base. It's already starting to get pretty temperate over here, so we want it more temperate in these areas. Another thing that we are working on currently is all of this. I want to say all this. All of the power spine, we're moving it away from this area right here. So as of right now, we've gotten rid of a few different power lines, and we're going to continue that right now. We're actually going to pause. Let's look at the power, see what we have. And so right now we go down and over, and then we want to go all the way down here. How are we going to do this? We are going to look at how much is on here. Okay, there's a little bit, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump this and get rid of the radiation lamp, and then we're going to go all the way across to this area right here. Right? I think that would be the best way. Let's get rid of this. Let's deconstruct it. Let's let them, they can go in and out of here. And then we will also cut this wire right here. Then we need a bridge. And we can't do a bridge with that building in the way, apparently. So, get rid of all of that. There we go. We'll just wait for it to continue. And then, let's see, can they reach this? They should be able to reach that, no problem. Automation wire, let's get rid of the automation wire right here. Okay, we have some steel. We have heavy watt joint plate down here. All of this is probably getting pretty warm because we are consistently using the metal refinery, right? The metal refinery is probably the best option here. We will move that down into this vicinity behind this insulation That way everything is kind of stuck behind what I'm going to say is a... I'm going to call it industrial brick. It's definitely not an industrial brick yet, but the intention is to create an industrial brick. So, let's see, what's the next line? The next one is going to be down here. So I don't know if we want to get rid of this radiation, because I don't think this is... Let's see, is it emitting? Does it emit much radiation? Yeah, it does. Definitely does. So we're going to leave that alone. We're just going to go around it. Oh, we need more materials first. Totally fine. Okay. Now why that has no power is because of this one right here. Let's turn this to a 9. Yeah. Let's get that done. Duplicants. Oh, and we have a blueprint. Thimble reed. That's totally fine. Alright, so let's look at the temperature down here. So since we have this in a vacuum, none of this is really transferring heat from down in the magma up here. Just want to keep an eye on that, so that's kind of why I'm going in and out of here. This looks pretty good. We're going to add some more in here once we have a bit closer to 1,000 kilograms in this square, right? Alright, looking good. What else do we have going on here? Okay, they are making that really fast. Why are we not deconstructing this, though? That is my real question. Okay, so these have power now, so that's good. Okay, everyone's doing those. We have hydrogen right here, even though we don't really need it anymore. Okay. We have quite a bit of wires and everything. There's nothing going on with that. Let's get rid of this. It's hydrogen here. We can get rid of all those piping. We're not deconstructing the actual reservoir. Okay, what is this providing power to? Okay, all this is pretty decent. I mean, it's not really giving us power to anything but this steam vent here. Let's see, we have a lot of stuff utilizing power down here. Alright, let's look at the gas. Okay, so there's quite a bit of gas in there. What else are we doing here? And I did some testing with this, and it's bothering me that I can't get it to work, so I have to do some more testing offline in my automation playground that I have. Ooh, this is actually working out. And then where's all those going? It's going right into the base. Okay. So I think that might be a good opportunity for us to take this oxygen that's 26 degrees and go down. Let's look at the plumbing. Where do they overlap? They overlap right here. So if we do a... Yeah, it looks kind of funny, but I'm okay with that. What I want to do is we're going to create some radiant... We're going to do a little mini cooler here for that water coming out of the steam vent. Radiant pipe, we'll make it out of steel. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we'll go back to insulated pipe. There we go. Okay. Turn this to a 9, because we want that done right away. Okay, why is that not getting deconstructed? I don't understand. It's like it was at a 9. Oh, that's why. It didn't have deconstruct on it. What is wrong with you? Come on, Dom. Figure this stuff out. Okay. That's getting deconstructed. Those should be good over here. We're going to add a bridge. Right. Not out of steel, game. Thank you very much. We're going to make it out of copper. There we go. 1 and 2. These bridges are temporary. We will be moving them and changing them to like regular wire later on. It's just a bridge because we have all of these different lines right now. Let's turn that into a 9. Okay. What do we have going on here? Okay, so we've got all of these. We can get rid of the, yeah, we can get rid of those. Oh, that's only going in one direction. We could go like this, and then cut the pipe there. And now water is going to be provided over here, if we ever need it that way. Okay. Oh, so another thing that I wanted to fix is a little bit more of this spaghetti, right? So we've got insulated pipe right here. We can just go straight down, and this will fix the entire thing. We'll fix that just to make it nicer. Okay, third one is done. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so this is set up for that entire wire network. We can cut this off right here and get rid of that transformer. It'll give us some of the some of it back. Some of the wiring. Okay, so let's look at the wiring again. Here it is. There's only 480 on this wiring. Okay, so we'll probably change that because these are closer to this wire than this one, so we'll probably change that a little bit. It's not overly concerning, it's just it would be nicer to kind of make it the way we want it to. Okay. Let's do this again. We have copper now. Alright, so for this one, we go over and up. Oh man, this is getting really dicey on the powering here. Because we're going to have to do a bridge. Like, actually, you know what we should do is we'll set these up for anything that's going up in this direction. And we'll leave those empty. And then instead, what we will do is we will work on this one. And then go... I changed my mind. We'll start with this one. Okay. And then it goes here. No, we'll go down and over and up. We just want to give ourselves as much room as possible. So that's one. And then we'll do another one, but we need more metal. And then a bridge. And then, on top of that, to give us some more of this back, we'll go down, down, and then let's cut this off here and here. and then cut it off right here. Perfect. There we go. Let's get some more of the... We will change this once we get rid of all the uranium and everything, but we don't need to do that right now. Is there anything in here? There's nothing in this, so we can get rid of it. Okay, what's going on with this piping here? Okay. Alright, so let's fix this piping, right? We're gonna go... We go over, right? And then we cut this pipe, cut this pipe, cut that pipe, right? So now these two are crossing over one another, and it will, the oxygen that's colder will help cool down any of the warm water coming from the steam vent. And in this, at the same time, it'll also cool the area down. So this kind of thing is so nice to have. Like, you can do this across the board, right? Like, you could probably have a couple of these running throughout the base. Alright. I think another thing we want to do is take all these batteries that are up here and probably move them behind this big wall over here. Yeah, that'll probably be in the future. Is this even dormant? It is dormant, okay. This one is dormant as well. Cool. Okay, we got food. Let's see. Those are eating. We've got some Paku to remove. We've got some puffs. We don't need that many. And the puff itself is gonna starve if we just leave it there, so. Let's add, where's the eggs? Critter egg. Let's add a couple of those, get them out of here. Copy that. We don't need a bunch of these. Even though all they do is breathe in oxygen, we have one right here, so I'm okay with this. Alright. This should be getting pretty warm. Yeah, it definitely is. Now, let's take a look at our cooler. Everything went up in temperature again. I wonder why that is. Is it because the hydrogen stops? I think it is because the hydrogen is stopping. Stop, go, stop, go. When it stops like this, it makes it much slower, right? So why don't we change this from 250 to 400, and that'll slow this down and allow it to build up inside of the SPOM a little bit more before it sends in a little bit. Then that allows more cooling to be done, right? Temperature seems to be going up again, so I think maybe it would be a good idea to change this to like a -20. Right, because the ethanol has that -114.1 degrees Celsius degrees Celsius, sorry, excuse my mishap there. Right. Okay, how is this looking over here? We've got 265.5 kilograms of polluted water right there. Okay. We have a little bit more. My only issue with the polluted water is it's gonna off gas. So that kind of makes this a little bit more tricky. Because if we look at this, evaporation's 102.8, so that's not much better than regular water. But if we look at Pwater, it's about 200. So let's look at this and go 9, 9, 9, 9. All right. So this should be getting done relatively quickly. We can almost... Is it there yet? No, not yet. It'll be done in a moment. Can they reach that? No. They cannot. So let's turn that into a 9. Let's turn that. And we can get rid of those two. Perfect. That'll give us more wiring. Right, so if we look at this area now, with the different transformers removed, the temperature is becoming more green on the temperature overlay, right? And so these are producing enough heat to make it orange. And that's partially why we're putting it behind a couple of different walls. Okay, that one is connected now. We don't have a lot of copper to use, but maybe we just nip this in the bud and just kind of deal with the power outage temporarily. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Power lines, here we go. Boom. And then let's just do it. Go straight down, go straight up. We'll get rid of you and you. Same thing. Yep, we're just gonna get rid of all these and then just, it's like ripping off a band-aid. It's gonna give us all of the enough wire back, right? So we don't need the bridge anymore. Get rid of the bridge here. Get rid of the bridge here. Probably should have waited until we had the one with what am I thinking of here? There we go. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, all of this is gonna go the opposite direction, which we are totally okay with. We can get rid of this one and this one. All right. Now that we have a ton of material, we can go, let's just follow the other one. Oh my gosh. Calm down, Dom. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna go follow the next one, go straight down and over. There we go. Right, and then we need to cut that there, cut that here, cut that here. And what are we doing? We are fixing this to make it look nicer. Right? Cut that there, cut that there. Go that over, so that's the second one. Here's the third one. Perfect. So how much is on this? 1.2, 2.41. And which one was that? That's this one over here. And that goes up and over to these Atmos suits. It goes down into this. Alright, so let's go down, over like this. Same thing. Down, over, There is something satisfying about this process. Don't know what it is. Yeah, we will need to fix this for sure. That'll be one of the next things to do on my list. Okay, that's gonna be... We're gonna need 2 more, I think. Right? Yeah. So, instead of doing these, let's go back on our word here. Just a smidge. Right? And we're gonna go down, stop these 3. We're gonna take this wire bridge. We're gonna go 1, 2. Oh yeah. Here, let's fix that. Let's redo that. Okay. Let's do it the right way, where they all look the same, right? So we're gonna do 1, 2. Perfect. That looks great. Right? Down, over. Look at that power spine. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Okay. So then, we're going to go down. And then we're going to go straight through for the next one. No, this needs to go up. And this is going to go over, up and over, and then down through all of this, and then over. Look at this. This is crazy. Right? Okay. And then the last one, we will go over, up. What is this? This is all extra. We can get rid of all of this. And what is this all attached to? Nothing right now. Perfect. Oh yeah. This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Awesome. Perfect. And now the masterpiece begins, and we turn it all to a 9. And we'll fix this once those bridges are all done. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think it does. It doesn't have power right now, but that's alright. We need to deconstruct that. We need to go back to our power. And then let's connect this up. We go directly over. Let's change this to the other one. That is all gonna be iron. Okay. And then we'll need to continue that all the way down to the steam vent. It's a lot of work, but you know what? It needed to be done. Quite okay with that. And then we need to make sure that we have more of those done. Okay, what is this doing? Like, where is it going? Yeah, that doesn't need to be here anymore. If we need power, we'll bring it in from the bottom. Let's get all this back. Yeah, this being tied into everything is nice. It's like a circuit board. That's what it reminds me of. We're going to change it to a little bit faster speed since they have a lot of stuff to complete to put everything back on the grid the way it's supposed to be. Let's see, where's this ventilation going? Okay, we're going to throw a gas bridge right here. We're going to throw piping down here as well. I believe this is chlorine, isn't it? Yep, chlorine. Let's go back to the gas pipes. What is going on over here? Don't need those. We don't need any of this. Perfect. Look at that. Like a well-oiled machine. Honestly, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I probably could have done a better job to begin with, but what are you going to do? You live and you learn. Because I want to set this and forget it, right? I don't want to have to mess with it again. If we need more, we'll put another area of them. Like, we'll go straight down and do that. Because this is getting pretty crowded with the wiring. Maybe it would be good to have one above and one below. That way we have extras going in both directions. It's probably a better idea. We'll see how it goes. Okay, all of this is not being utilized right now, so let's clean it up. Yeah, that carbon dioxide has a really long way of going down to the slicksters. I think we might get rid of these slicksters. They're not really beneficial. We just needed to tame them for the achievement. I mean, we did end up getting some of these cool slicksters, the long hairs. Look at that. Do 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 do. It's like a ping pong. Alright. Let's see, we can fix this right now. Let's go cut you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And now we take this and go all the way through. Voila. I learned this trick. I did not learn this trick with the wiring or piping from this game. I actually learned this from Factorio, which is another game I would probably like to feature at some point. But regardless of that, this trick is fantastic. Like using the bridges all the way across, and it's just another thing that it just takes you perspective. Someone else that I play these kinds of games with showed me that this is how they do it, and they put bridges in front, and when they need to move a specific line past a bunch of conveyors, they use the this type of technique with that on Factorio. So any type of game, it just takes some extra perspective for you to figure out how to get things from one place to the next. Okay, why are those not connected? Is it because we don't have material? We should have material. We have plenty of material. Well, they're going. I mean, we're getting rid of all this extra stuff. Simply because a lot of it is just not necessary, right? A lot of it is not necessary. How big is... Only 6.16. So this wiring can hold up to 50 kilowatts. And we're only at 6.15. That's a big amount. Alright, this should get done. Okay, they should be all done. Are they all connected? Let's pause and look. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. I am so happy that that is all done. Alright, let's get rid of some of these extra tiles. And then let's close that up. I mean, this should get pretty chilly and then keep it chilly on this side as well. But now that we don't have all of the transformers here, you can already see the difference in the temperature, especially near the cold vent. We don't really need that there, but... I could probably change this to where it prioritizes the other one. But that's getting backed up. So what if I went and we went down and then up and then cut this? The only reason I'm doing this is to continually have a flow of oxygen. Alright. That looks good. We don't have as many shine bugs anymore. Oh no. Let's take a look at our temperature again. See how is this doing up here. Yeah, it's back to 50 degrees. The oxygen is at 1 degree here. And then, let's see, let's actually look at it. So ethanol is at negatives, in the negatives. Let's look at the liquid itself. Starts at 1.1 and comes out at -1. So this needs to get a bit colder. Has this started? It did. This is why it's not as cold, because the cool steam vent started erupting and this melted, so it's not cold enough to do that. But it does turn this temperature down when the cool steam vent is not active. So that's okay. This is totally fine. I think the next step, maybe we may want to add like another setup with an aqua tuner if we really needed to, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's see, what's this doing? Okay, so this is providing the power. This is going over. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. What else do we have going on? They're awaiting iron. Can they get over here is the real question. Ooh, another principal. What do we got? Sweetles. Yes, please. Okay. This isn't really going anywhere. Why don't we do this? Let's cut this. Do the same thing. Go here, and then this goes up, like so. And then when all of this comes out, we can remove this piping. Because we are going to move the chlorine bath. We'll create like an extra area, maybe at the bottom of this or something. I'm not sure where, but... at least we have the pipe input set up. Hopefully there's enough room in here for all of this chlorine. Alright, let's see. Is that working better? Yeah, it is. Alright. Lots of water coming in and out. Okay. At some point in the not so distant future, we will be working on the rocket. This is kind of a minor rocket that will work, but I think we are going to need to get rid of the slicksters to keep the carbon dioxide. We're going to need to warm up the carbon dioxide. So actually, let me look at that right now. negative 48.1 degrees to condensate. And then I think hydrogen is, yeah, it's got a way lower temperature for the condensation point. So we won't be able to use carbon dioxide for this up here. Negative 183 for polluted oxygen. Regular oxygen is the same thing. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, did all this get built? Okay, it did. How much more? Oh, we have a whole bunch more. Let's go straight up. Just get us extra power. More barbecue. Alright, I don't see anything that doesn't have power. Everything looks good. Yeah, I think I am going to get rid of the Slicksters. If we want them, they're on the other asteroid now. It's not a big deal. They just eat up so much carbon dioxide, and we actually really need that right now so we can send a rocket. So we're getting rid of the Slicksters. And now we get rid of the pretty much all of these. Everything in here. It was good while it lasted. And then we'll turn this into a 9. Let's look at the ventilation. How warm is this carbon dioxide? Let's see. What does it come out as? Oh, see, there's two things happening, right? We have carbon dioxide coming from the coal generator. And if we move the coal generators down here, it's going to get a lot warmer, so the carbon dioxide won't freeze as it's going directly to the rocket like it happened before. So we're going to need to change all this piping that's going into the gas, into the carbon dioxide engine. We need to change it all into insulated pipe, and then we need to move some of the power generation over here, because that's going to be so much better of an idea. Yeah, that is soon that's going to be our endeavor. Change that over there so we can get all the things where we want them. Yep, this just gives us more materials back, and we're not messing with them. I mean, we've got some long hairs hanging out, but they're not a necessity, right? We have so much other things to take care of first. Okay, what do we got going on here? Alright, so how would we do this? We're probably going to need to change this again. And then the batteries are going to be a necessity too, right? I mean, we could leave them up there for now. All this hydrogen though. Let's we'll pipe this hydrogen to gotta do that. It needs wait, no, not the output pipe, the input pipe. We need one on each of those, right? So we want an input, and we want to go up, over, all the way up. And then there we go. So we'll have them create that, and at the same token, we will cut the pipe once all that's done, so it just comes from one direction. No. It's not what I meant to do, game. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I think that is probably the better way to do it. Put the carbon dioxide generators, like the coal generators that off-gas carbon dioxide, we put them here in a warmer biome, and then behind our brick wall, not brick wall, our insulation wall, and then eventually move on to a industrial brick that we can keep cool with this type of setup. Look at that, it's great. Circuit overload. Why did you overload? That would be why it's overloading, because it's got all of that going on at the same time. We have both of these on the same circuit, so that is not good. So what we should do instead is cut that here. And now potential load is not as crazy. Let's see, what else, what could we do to make that lessen? You know, we'll, instead of adding another entire thing up there right now, we'll just add it right next to it, since this whole power line is right here. And then there we go. That's what we'll do temporarily. That'll be our temporary fix until we can get another one of those up here. Oh, and you know what I'm missing? 1, 2. That's there. Yep, that's all connected. It's not connected right there. Whoopsie. Here we go. Perfect. Now it's going to provide power behind everything, and boom. Working as intended. Yeah, all of that has to get done first in order for the power to be provided across the board. Okay. We'll need to move the science building somewhere. We'll also need to move the fish. Where are we going to move the fish? I think the better part for fish is going to be like up here. We're going to move the eggs. 1, 2, 3. And then we need automation wires. 1, 2, 3. And then if we look at this wire, this one does not have a lot on it. Perfect. Not happy with you. Wait. What is being made out of steel? The automation wire. No. Let's go to automation wire. That gets frustrating sometimes, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. Better. Okay. See, now everything is looking better. We don't have some crazy looking... Except for the random uranium thing right here that will probably change in a little while. There's a random puff over here. Okay. So, what else are we going to do? We are going to grab those, get rid of that. We don't need you to have those there. What else are we doing? We are going to get rid of all of that. Yeah, we aren't going to be messing with the oil. Not for a little bit. All this can just stay like it is for now. Look at the gas piping. Okay, we do have some sour gas. But I'm okay with that. There's not a ton. Lots of stuff for them to get rid of. Whew, that was quite the endeavor there. Oh, we were gonna fix this. All right. So what we do is we stop this here. Now all this comes back. Let it go through, up and down and around. Soon it'll be done. Right? And then we cut that there, cut that there, cut that here, cut that here. And now we go doop doop. And then we cut this here. And then we go back to it, and then this is no longer a crazy looking pipe. We fixed it, hooray! It looks like this is working very well though. I'm very pleased with some of the results on everything that we have going on here. Okay. Ooh, look at all the pufflet eggs. Yeah, I'm sure you are cramped. We have stuff that was made out of steel down here. So we got all that material back. Let's mop up all of this. Let's see. Yep. Starting to look pretty good, if I say so myself. And then what we'll do right here is... Are you they're not dormant. Overpressured is what I was thinking. We'll create a door here. Right, they go in, liquid lock, and then boom. Should be fine. I want this to get what am I thinking of here? Sploosh. What we're gonna do is we're going to get rid of all of these put squares in here or tiles in here, and then we're gonna delete them, and then it'll be perfect. It'll be a vacuum, right? They have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm not too worried about it getting done right away. Wow. I can't believe how far we've come. This has been such a great journey. Not gonna lie, I've been enjoying this so much. And then we have the new DLC coming out soon. They haven't really provided an ETA, but my thoughts on when they are going to release the DLC, pay attention to the beta test, right? If you're a part of their Discord, if you're a part of some of the stuff on Reddit, you will find that a lot of users are participating in the beta for the latest DLC that's coming out. And I think once that is done and over with, obviously one of the next steps is going to be full release. And then on top of that, I think they will release it after the current discount on Clay's product. Right, all of their games are on sale right now. If you don't have it already, now would be the time. Let's see, can I find when is it done? It is over. Where is it over? July 11th. So you have 9 days for this stuff to be on sale for Oxygen Not Included. If you don't have the game and if you don't have the DLC, now would be the time to buy it. Again, I am not a part of Clay. I just really support them because they set the standard for their communities and how they treat their players, and it's such a good community that they have built. And I fully support companies that do well and take initiative in that regard. Okay, let's copy these settings here, and then copy this here. Copy this one here. And then last one here. Get rid of that. We can go to automation. Get rid of the automation. And then let's look at the power cords. Perfect. We don't need this one right here either. The reason we are moving this stuff around, I believe this would be the perfect location to have the Paku farm. If it's not here, it's going to be one step lower, which would also be perfectly fine, I think. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. We're back up on the food. Surf and turfs, fried mushrooms, quite a bit of stuff. Let's see, we can get rid of that. We have power here, but the gas isn't taking it anywhere. So let's get rid of the building. There we go. Power. Buildings again. Perfect. Right, we want to keep as much of this as we can. Alright, this is good. This is really good. Perfect. Yeah. Hopefully this stays like that. I think it will. Let's turn this all to like a 9, yeah? Even if it doesn't do what we want it to, we can always add more polluted water down here, right? There we go. Create a little, like, area like this. They are all behind Atmos suits, so it's kind of nice. What's going on with this over here? Okay, that's all set up on that power grid. Looks good. Oh, we have another blueprint. What do we got? More thimble reed. My word, there's so many. Okay, what was going on with here? Is it because they're too close? They need 10 to 30 degrees in the temperature. And they're all, yeah, they're pretty much in the middle. Yeah, should be fine. Cool. Okay. Let's get rid of those. We don't need that full round. Now, where do we put the reservoir for the icky water? Do we put it over here, where all of our other stuff is going? Let me know your thoughts. I'm not going to do that until the next episode, but I think trying to get our mindset as to where things are going to be going in the near future it's always good to plan ahead. We don't need those. No. Yeah, you can't. They can't reach those in that corner. All right. How is this doing up here? Let's take a look. Okay, so this is continually staying active, and the ethanol is lower and lower. I think we're going to need to go like -60 instead of where we are currently at right now. We're going to slow it down. This is about that time, everyone. I hope you are enjoying the series. Please provide some feedback in the comments below. I know we are well on our way to 250 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It definitely helps out by growing the community, and I feel like we are at a steady pace right now in regards to that. We're doing really well on how things are set up. The temperature is slowly going up here. We're gonna have to fix that, that's for sure. But we have a way to cool it all down, and we will continue the mid-game haul in the next one. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.